So there are no set time in terms of how long it takes to do a floral installation for a wedding or an event. It's more the fact that we don't have unlimited time when it comes to working with fresh flowers. So the bigger the installation, the more people I would need on site to deliver it on time. So for example, if we've got an installation to do for a wedding that starts at 4, I would count back hours and we'll probably start somewhere the previous evening or around midnight or very early in the morning to be able to be done by the time the wedding starts. In my experience, I found that it's better not to be fixated on a specific variety of flowers for your wedding, but rather to be more specific with your color scheme and the look and feel and the textures. It very often happens that you won't be able to find that specific variety, and then the last thing we want to do is to have the bride or the client be disappointed on the day. So I think it's important for us florists to tell our clients that we're going to do everything in our power to be able to provide the look that the client is after, but that there is a possibility that you will not be able to have that specific flower. And that's simply because we don't grow flowers in laboratories. They occur naturally, and depending on the weather and the farm they come from, and even the international climate, it could really just impact that specific variety, which could result in us having to have a B plan. For most brides, the bridal bouquet is the most important part of her day and of the flower brief. And I must be honest, it's also mine. It is my favorite thing at the end of the day to put her bouquet together. I think it's so special. It's something that the bride carries down the aisle. It is so personal. It's in all the pictures. So it's really something that should never be neglected. My advice when choosing your bouquet is literally just to be so honest. And if you don't want a big bouquet, don't have it. If you want a big bouquet, but maybe you've got a big dress as well and you feel like it's going to be too much, have the big dress, have the big bouquet. I found that there's not really specific rules. If you want my advice, I will tell you what works and what doesn't work. But I've also found that sometimes when you just go crazy and you don't listen to anybody, that those sometimes make the most beautiful pictures and the most beautiful story afterwards. Also with the bouquet, when I deliver it, I try and make sure that it gets to the bride in the morning of the wedding. That way there's plenty of time if there needs to be small changes made to it, and it's also there when the photographer arrives. And I know most photographers would like to take some pictures of the bouquet on its own as part of their decor repertoire.